I am capable of singing. Okay, maybe not. That's what I sang every day for 365 days. For only 1 hour. Okay, I had no plans at all. I simply sang, and sang. Yes, I was a little lost. So get a vocal coach, you say? No! Because I am a believer of free education. So I went to YouTube instead for guidance, healthy vocal tips.
Have a suction around the opening of the straw. Then, to apply it to singing, try to keep the same sensation and body engagement like this. Or,
Bruh, how is that phonification? You know what? Let me watch the other video again. How did she put the thing in her mouth? Singio. Whoa. Whoa.
We can add some vibrato if you want.
Whoa. Singy.
Feel it pop right here. Try it out.
Okay, but like, what do you mean
Also,
though? When I open up my jaw like halfway, so I'm guessing what she's trying to say is you don't open up your mouth all the way. I sure hope that's not it. And others were found. I also did some tongue twisters for dictations. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? Betty Butter bought some butter, but she said the butter's bitter. If I put it in my batter, it will make my batter bitter, but a bit of better butter will make my batter better. So twice better, Betty Butter bought a bit of butter. Okay, so for the first 400 days, all I did was sing, and I just got bored. Okay, I got bored. I wanted to do something else. I wanted to do anything else. First, I learned how to sing opera. Love is free as an eagle soaring across the sun, too wild to tame. That's love. Oh, love. That's love. That's love. I learned how to yodel. I do think it's all over. I've lost my heart, it seems. Lay, you're the 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 lay. She taught me to yodel, 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 yodel. She taught me how to yodel, yodel, yodel. I started dabbling in instrumentals / karaoke. Isn't it safe to live in the shadows, hide away? I could still bloom from bud to a flower in the shade. Isn't it safe to be kept a secret all my life? Work a root and blossom forever with no one to deranged my rap. Okay, so yeah, instrumentals pretty bad if I do say so myself. Give up dancing. Wow. No. I don't want to. I can hear myself. This is bad. If you can dance, don't you dread? You can so dance in your head. You get what I mean? But most of all, I dabbled in trans lyricism. Grew up listening to
Lee and Lee!
or Lee. So I did the same thing. I turned a Japanese song into an English version. How much more effort is needed to change myself to be labeled normal just like everyone else is impossible, you say, then until I die. And I dare say, it came out pretty great. Yep. And then I immediately started working on my second cover. Yep. I can't even honor the lives that were lost without showing any emotions that aren't envious. They're standing here pretending to grieve while showing envy towards the dead. Silly thoughts, I know. So I'll just sing a song to anyone with sorrow and depression. version. For day 201 to 300. I started getting used to hearing my own voice. In the past, I would have both my ears covered with my headphones while singing. I was simply loud. The sorrow and despair became too much to bear. Yeah! And terrible. I had no pitch or volume control at all because I could not hear myself. But now, I had one ear out, listening to myself, controlling myself, doing other stuff that I would do with one ear out, I guess. The sorrow and despair became too much to bear. Yeah! There is direct monitoring on OBS. It's a setting where you can hear yourself. But I'll be honest, I could barely get used to hearing my own voice with my ears. Direct monitoring just made it even worse. I could not do it. I simply cringed and never got used to it. I also got a standing desk, so every quite often I would sing standing up. I sing mostly sitting down, and yeah, I'm aware. Now, understand this. Although I sang for only 1 hour a day, know that I am mainly alone at work. In a giant warehouse, by the way. For the 10 hours of my shifts, I would confidently say that I was alone for like maybe, I don't know, 3 hours minimum, 10 hours max. So I would sing at the top of my lungs. I would sing openly for at least 3 hours at work. And this is me singing while I was walking, doing heavy lifting, exhausted and out of breath. And what? I still sing. Now, that's probably bad for your vocal cords to sing while you're not, you know, but I don't care. Okay, don't care. Don't care. For day 301 to 365, I finally tried Singio's free-week trial. Bring Me to Life is advanced? What? You know what? Let's sing Bring Me to Life. Let's do it. Wake me up inside, wake me up inside. Call my name and save me from the door. Wait, huh? It was great. The sheet music was a game changer, seeing the notes in keys are a blessing. Although, I gave up on it after a day, but still. I also remember direct monitoring on OBS, and since I got used to hearing my voice with my ears, I thought, why not? The first few days were as expected. My voice sounded weird, but eventually I got used to hearing my voice with direct monitoring, and I've been singing with it since. So, that was all. Everything I did to improve my singing, the method I went with is to just sing, 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 and sing. It was a great year, but it was time to move on. I've accomplished everything that I wanted. From now on my streams, I will be learning Japanese for real this time. I have what? 1,555 streak? I think it's time to finally learn how to speak Japanese. And continue making trance lyrics. Do consider checking out my YouTube channel, along with my music, my official English original covers.